Ukwenzokuhle Nkanyiso Shinga seems like he's officially signed for a Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs are moving very swiftly and silently in the transfer market, adding quality to their game at the moment. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the task line. If this is your first time coming across this video, please give us a like, give us a share, at least subscribe at the very same time if you do enjoy the content, so we can continue dropping such videos. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and also rumors and transfers in regards to this type of player that Kaizer Chiefs has officially signed, and also diving in deep more in regards to what it means and what to look out for, and obviously in the reasons behind why they're actually moving in this sense. So yeah, man, that's what I just wanted to be able to talk about. So indaba kaMkanyiso Mayo, Kanyiso Shinga, so Mayo manje. It's interesting because at the moment, mongabheka market or what Kaizer Chiefs has been able to come up with, right? So Kaizer Chiefs at the moment, what we do know, has released Sabelo Khatebe, Dudusen Tanzane, Edmilson Dove, which was playing in this particular position we're talking about today, and Oranga Chiva. So they've only released 4. We're expecting more, but we don't exactly know who is who, because Abukunika and them are still there, that most of the fans really don't agree with. But anyways, that's a story for another time. Now, Iaga Shinga becomes interesting because of the fact that for the longest time, Terence Mashiro, when he was at captaincy, looked like the Suta were struggling, looking for left central backs at the time, even before Nabi came. And, he looked like a left back or left wing back that Kaizer Chiefs, he can suit the profile of what they're looking for, especially when you want to attack with fullbacks who are very pacey, strong, and have an attacking wise can actually give you options. That didn't happen. Sundowns comes in. Even Rulani himself had admitted that they only bought this player because of the fact that they're trying to saturate the market so that obviously other teams don't get strong. That happens, and I think this is where there was a bit of panic and not exactly a proper profiling and scouting, because though Martian is there, at times he does get injured, and I don't think he's suitable to play that position, because for at least 4 coaches have always opted to use Udove or other players like ubani lo mfana losimthengisile uTT uDitlhoko. And that's been the story. Now, some a pre-contract from SuperSport. So that goes by, and we still have an issue there. We buy Bradley Cross. Noting that Basadine was also now under radar, and Stellenbosch apparently was also refusing to sell to us and all these things. I'm building this up, so I just want you to understand why it's exciting for Kaizer Chiefs fans. Again, even this season, Kaizer Chiefs also is rumored, but they are not only the only team that now has entered the race. Pirates now, who has been in the mix. Okay, I don't know if there's any international clubs who want him, because he's been playing continental football. He's a national team player now, and also Sundowns, of course. And it seems like probably between Pirates and Sundowns, they may win the race, because although Stellenbosch has been saying, yeah, we're not willing to sell and all these things, but when Pirates and Sundowns inquire, surprisingly, they actually get their players. So that happens. It seems like now, coming to the topic of our video, that the first winning shot was when they've signed Marco. Marco as well is a free agent from Pirates. Kaizer Chiefs have actually secured his signature. So for me, that was the signal in regards to, does Kaizer Chiefs still go for Opasadina? They're still in the race. I think they've pulled out. Was with this one, for me, it makes sense. Oh, another thing, Baliti. And also, I think, I'm not too sure, that could be a rumor. They were also trying to inquire about Neo Rapu, law from Supersport. But the boy from Upalitna, I'm told for free, by the way. So Kaiser Chiefs isn't officially board players. They just, I think, making do with what they can, with the free agents and quality age and all these things they're thinking about. Now, coming to this signing, who's this guy? Nkanyiso Kwenzo Nkanyiso Shinga, right? KZN product is he comes from the KZN Academy. Left when he was around 18, 19. Went, he was actually sold, or let me say, went to Portugal when he was very young. He played for the under 19s there, and the team that he's playing for now, or he was playing for, because already now they didn't renew his contract, and his team was also being promoted to League One. So it's playing in the second tier or second tier. He's 25. He's also a good left back. I've watched a couple of videos. He's strong. He built about TLP. He's very, very strong. He's 25. He's of age. And he's South African born. So I think that's what Kaiser Chiefs are doing now. So if the local market is not willing to sell, especially when you're looking for quality, I think they've used a database where they can look at offshore South African born players who are playing in relatively good leagues and for whatever position that they're looking for. And it seems to be working for them. And I think this one would be for me, they would have cast themselves a lot for here, because for me, even looking at the fact that Pasadena is going to be more than 10 million, and you look at Pasadena's age, he's 28, 29 this year, and for them, it just wouldn't have made sense, because if he gets injured, they've got the same problem. But Pasadena is still a quality left back, don't get me wrong. But with this one as well, I think it's not bad business. If now they've actually signed, now that they've signed this guy, it makes sense. And for the future, in terms of the project as well, he's well experienced, he's played as a regular in the club. So those are the things that I'm also excited about. Because looking at that position now, we have Upretli, we have Mashiane, there's Upaseko Marco, and Bongani Sam, who has not even played anything. I hope they're going to release him. So, can you so my Shinga, sorry, keep saying my, I don't know why, could be for me their first choice. Then U Cross could be moved to left central back. Then Nebuna 3. Mashiane could be behind Marco, and he could be, for cup games, stand backup for um, he could be a backup when it comes to let's say, for example, both of them are injured, suspension, and all these things. So those are one of the things that it's interesting. And if you look at this guy, his profile is quite good, because remember, with how Nabi is playing now, he plays with Ama fullbacks. So you're looking for defenders who are also going to giving you that attacking threat. And Shinga looks like the right kind of player and profile that Nabi could be looking for. For me, it's a thumbs up when it comes to Chiefs signing this kind of player, well developed international player, and you got him for free almost. And at the very same time, he's within age, and I think he can add quality. It's not a bad deal for me, if you have to ask me. So just want to hear what you guys think about this type of signing. Is it a Chiefs player? And look, for me, if you've checked, Nabi has never been a coach that actually wants you to sign stars for him. I think he's more of a coach who works with a certain quality, and he likes to work with a team, players who have the right type of quality and are not star players, but they can actually grow star players. So at the moment, for me, the parting shot, I think Kaiser Chiefs hasn't signed any players, in my opinion. Kaiser Chiefs hasn't signed any players. I think here they've started with free agents and maybe second options to the ones that they've actually were inquiring about, and them being realistic and time not being on their side in regards to the players that they could have had, at the time. So Yaka Pasadin for me, I think that ship has sailed. But I don't think this is bad if you have Baliti as well included. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to include him, Opaliti, if he is part of the list. I think my left back we are covered in that position, and we are sorted. I think now I can confidently say I see what the project and where the project is going. So another one that we're going to discuss maybe later this week is the striker of Flavio Silva. I'm still just doing a bit of homework from him. Could be a good striker, Indonesian league, but I heard it's a semi-professional league. I was quite disappointed by that. But that's the first player that Kaiser Chiefs could officially sign because he's not a free agent. So that's something we're going to talk about a bit later. Let me leave it there. I'd like to hear your comments, guys. I'd like to share as Kaiser Chiefs fans. What do you guys think? Kanyiso Shinga is a good addition to the club, to the project, and do you think they should have pushed more for Upasadin or what they are doing? Because now remember there's a scouting team, and yeah, they were going to Netherlands, going to be playing in the Toyota Cup, and the change is going to be unveiled. All these things could unravel in a couple of weeks. So we'll be waiting in anticipation, watching those videos in the Netherlands, and potentially see a different Kaiser Chiefs. So I'll leave it there. See you in the next video. Sharp, sharp. Signing out.